Hey, this is the Car Man again, and today we're talking about being upside down. Now, one of the unique things about being upside down is something that affects each and every person out here that has a car loan. But the actual definition of being upside down is owing more on your car than it's actually worth. And a lot of you out here have upside down situations that you're dealing with where you could be $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 upside down. Now, why does this happen? Well, first of all, your car loses value every day. Just as you drive your car to and from work, your car is going to be worth less than it was when you drove to work when you're coming home, because you're putting miles on the car. The more miles you put on the car, the more value that's going to be lost. Every year your car gets older, the more value that's going to be lost. And then also, if you have the higher the interest rate you have, the further upside down situation you're going to deal with. Now, a lot of people out here trying to figure out, well, what can I do to get out of this to get out of this upside down situation? The thing that you can do first and foremost, and I want to talk to first of all the people that have the high interest rate loans. If you have a high interest rate loan, because these high interest rate loans, they're so front loaded in the interest, which basically means that you're going to be paying for the first 2.5 to 3 years most of the interest. So when you're paying all that interest, what actually happens is that the car is going to continue to depreciate. So by the time you actually start making payments on your car, it's going to be 3 years, 2.5 to 3 years down the road. And as we all know, cars lose value every day. So imagine not paying toward the principal of the car until you've had it for 2-3 years. That's 2-3 years of miles. That's 2-3 years of wear and tear, and that's 2-3 years older. That is going to add to you being upside down. Now, the obvious question is how can I get out of this upside down situation? Well, the way that you get out of it are a couple ways. First of all, timing is so important. The beginning of the year, the end of the year are so important, because a lot of times you have dealerships that have cars that they're trying to get rid of, whether it be just at the end of the year or just as the year has started. So sometimes they'll do whatever they need to do to make the loan go through so they can sell that car, and that may be a benefit to you. Also, always look out for huge incentives from dealerships. I've seen incentives from as low as $500 to as much as $5,000 that dealerships are willing to give that back to you toward the purchase of another car, and that money can be used in a lot of ways to offset the negative equity that you might have on your loan. Again, the timing and money are the two important factors. I don't have to tell you that if you have a lot of money, which I know a lot of people, especially in the economic times that we're living in, don't have access to, but if you have a lot of money, $2, $3, $4, $5,000 down, that can also help. Now, I can talk about being upside down all day long. If you go to my website, www.thecarmanshow.com, I have a whole long article about being upside down, and always, I'm accessible via phone. If you want to call me to talk about your situation, the number is 630-312-9658. Also on the website, in the front page of the website, it will show you. It's a place where you can actually find out what the value of your vehicle is. I'm going to tell you the real value, and sometimes you might not like it, but you'll actually still know what the actual value of your car is. So listen, I hope you got a lot of information as far as being upside down. There's so much more. Reach out to me, look at the website, and definitely I want you to always remember, you can with Carman.